my name is Annika Bacham-Eggern. Welcome back to the RP Valley Voice. If you're watching this episode on the website or on the television, we apologize for the delay. We here at the RP Valley Voice will be working to find ways to get our bi-weekly broadcasts uploaded a bit quickly this summer. The Root River Trail Town's annual 60-mile garage sale will be held on Friday and Saturday, June 18th and 19th. If you live in the Rushford Peterson Valley, please contact Jen at the Chamber of Commerce with your address and a list of your most important items. All sales will be posted on the online Google Map, and a map will be published in the Fillmore County Journal. Maps will be handed out in each of the trail towns that day. Participating sales are responsible for their own in-town signage. This week, for our emergency services update, we spoke to Sheriff John DeGeorge about the future for the Fillmore County Jail.
Hi, this is Sheriff John DeGeorge. I'm talking to you from Birdie's Cafe in Peterson, and I came here to talk a little bit about the Fillmore County Jail Needs Study that's going on right now. And the Jail Needs Study is a process that Fillmore County is going through to address the deficiencies in our jail as outlined to us by the State Department of Corrections. It's important to understand the Department of Corrections has oversight over all county jails in Minnesota, and as of September of 2017, they downgraded our jail from a normal 365-day jail to a 90-day lockup. And that was due to several deficiencies in our facility. Some of those are our lack of ability to separate inmates based on classification, our lack of recreational space and programming space to provide those educational and diversionary programs to inmates. We don't have any of those spaces. We also don't have the required nurses station or medical care space in our jail. So essentially, we've got the oldest or one of the oldest jails in the state of Minnesota. It's hard exactly to pinpoint that down. Our jail was opened in 1969, and we've gotten a lot of good years out of our jail. We've gotten to a point now, though, where the Department of Corrections has basically told us, you need to do something with your facility because it will never be returned to a full 365-day facility, and they can order the shutdown of our jail as they have done in Winona County if we don't fix these issues, which, according to the Department of Corrections, would require substantial remodeling or expansion of our current facility. So, having said all that, the Fillmore County Board has asked myself and others to commission a needs study to present information to the county board about what Fillmore County's needs really are in a correctional facility. So we've done that. We are wrapping up the needs study, and what that's going to do is make a recommendation to the county board about how to go forward. And if you want more information, please go on YouTube and search for Fillmore County Jail Needs Study. And you'll find a 17-minute video of myself presenting a PowerPoint presentation with a lot of information about the Jail Needs Study. It's got a lot of good history of our jail, some interesting stuff. There's pictures in there that show some of those deficiencies. And it also lays out the process of the Jail Needs Study and what the 4 different options are that are being studied for the county board so they can make a decision, which is probably going to be made in the next month or so here about what the future of the jail is. We welcome input and questions from the public, because as we do this, one of the things that's really important to me as the sheriff and to the county board is to get feedback from the public about what they think. We have to do something. We're not allowed to do nothing. The state has made that clear to us, so we want to have a good process that's well thought out, is fiscally responsible because we're all taxpayers, but is also going to fix the issues that we have and provide for a good resource for Fillmore County for hopefully many years to come after this. So, as I said, please reach out to myself, Sheriff John DeGeorge, at 507-765-2845. That's a direct line to my cell phone. Or you can find us on Facebook, or you can reach out to our county commissioners as well. Everyone in Fillmore County has their own commissioner in their district. You can find that information and their contact information on the Fillmore County website. Thanks for taking the time, and we hope you take a look at that and give us any feedback you have. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff DeGeorge. In local news, Memorial Day observances are going to be different this year. Rushford and Peterson have both canceled the traditional Memorial Day ceremonies, but there are still options available for those that would like to participate. Rushford American Legion Post Commander Ron Peterson took the time to tell us about his plans for this year.
Hello everybody, my name is Ron Peterson. I'm the new commander of the Johnson Murphy Post Legion in Rushford, Minnesota. I'm going to go over tonight about what's happening for Memorial Day. First off, I want to say the Memorial Day program is canceled because of uncertainties on how to operate a program for COVID. I kind of followed a couple other posts that canceled, and I believe in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, they're going to do a virtual. So this year we will not have a program, sorry about that, but we will do cemeteries. So if you do want to be at one of those, I will give you the times that we will be at that particular cemetery. So we'll go from there. So we start off, first of all, from 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. There's free breakfast at the American Legion for all veterans. And we leave the Legion at 7:30 a.m. We go south to, I believe, Highland Prairie. And then from Highland Prairie, we go all the way back to Hart. And we'll be at Hart at about 8:30. And then we go to the Catholic Cemetery, and we'll be there at about 9:15. It depends on the weather and how long it takes. And then from there, we go to the Highway 43 bridge over Rush Creek. And we do the buried at sea, and we lay a reef in the creek. And from there, we go to the Oak Grove Cemetery immediately following that. So we're in that area roughly 8:45. And then from there, we go to the Johnson Cemetery, which is on Highway 30 West. And that takes maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And then from there, we go to the Rushford Lutheran Church Cemetery. And that one there maybe takes 15 to 20 minutes. And then we go to the Johnson Cemetery in South Rushford. It's the newest cemetery that opened, but it's one of the oldest cemeteries that we have. And that'll be our last call. And after the shootings at the cemetery, if you're hungry, from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., we have brats and burgers at the American Legion, including with that would be a pop or water. And we hope to see you all there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron. Coming up in June, the Rushford Public Library will be offering wonderful programs for our community. Library Director Beth Nelson gave us a preview of what we have to look forward to this summer.
My name is Beth Nelson. I'm the director at the Rushford Public Library, and this summer our reading program is called Tales and Tales. It will be running through the month of June, and we are doing a kickoff partnering with the Lions program, Lions Club, and we are bringing the National Eagle Center here to Rushford. It will be at 6 p.m. on June 2nd in Creekside Park. Come and join us there. We will also be doing the week of June 7th, a story stroll around the outside of the library, and you can have a take and make to take home with you after you read the story. And then we have on June 14th, the Rad Zoo coming. We will be doing that at the school at 10 a.m. June 22nd is going to be an interactive online with Lalo's Lunchbox. And then we have wrapping it up with a Jolly Pops concert at 10 a.m. in Creekside Park. Throughout the month, you can stop in the library, get some take and make programs and other things for you to take, read your reading log and turn that in, and you have be put into a drawing at the end of the month and get prizes. For more information on our reading program, or if you need to get a library card or anything else, stop on in or look at us online at Rushford Public Library.
Thank you, Beth. Up next, a minute with City of Rushford Mayor Terri Benson, followed by an update on the city with Jen Hengel.
Hi everyone. You may have noticed a large billboard-like sign as you drive into north side of town on Highway 43. This is a mock-up entrance sign to our community and was done by our own local public works director, Roger Knutson. Input on the design came from our local natural resources, the bluffs, the waterways, and the trees. These resources encapsulate our community invitation to take root. The goal of the redesigning of the entrance into our community is to welcome home those returning, as well as an invitation to those visiting to take root. Our community has proven to be a great place to establish roots, and each year we are excited to see new families moving to the area, as well as families moving back to reconnect. So stay tuned as the development of the sign continues, and feel free to check out the city's Facebook page on other great happenings in our community. Have a great day.
The City of Rushford City Council meets the second and fourth Mondays of every month at 6:30 p.m. at Rushford City Hall. During the April meetings, the council adopted a new parking ordinance. The public is encouraged to become familiar with the changes and new rules, especially those regarding the parking of campers and semis and the time duration vehicles may be parked. The full ordinance may be viewed on the city's website. The council approved a $265 micro grant to the Rushford Peterson Valley Farmers Market in order to have live music at the farmers market this summer. These Rushford Economic Development Authority grants are dollar-for-dollar matches and available to businesses, nonprofits, and individuals that bring activities to the downtown area. In April, the council also approved the final layout for the Highway 30 project. This 2022 project will extend from Highway 30's intersection with Highway 43 to a point just west of Southview Court, which is below Mogelson Bluff Road. The project will involve improvements to the street, sidewalk, storm sewer, municipal utilities, street lighting, and more. The project's estimated total cost is just over $5.3 million. Of this figure, the city's cost is expected to be $2,332,000. The City Council acknowledged a $520 donation from the Rushford Community Foundation towards the cost of mounting the electronic speed sign on a trailer. At the April 26th meeting, the council had a closed session with members of the Economic Development Authority to discuss the potential purchase of the Farmers Win Co-op property in downtown Rushford. Following the closed session, the council gave direction to Administrator Tony Klodek to continue negotiations with Farmers Win and to have the city attorney draft an offer for the property. At the first city council in May, the council approved the 2020 audit report that was presented by Smith, Schaefer and Associates.
Thank you, Terri and Jen. And now for a minute with City of Rushford Village Mayor Dennis Overland, followed by the village update from Jen Hengel.
Hi, I'm Dennis Overland, Mayor of the City of Rushford Village, and it's time again for a little get-together. Don't have a whole lot going on in the village right now. We just did our annual tour of the roads. So we looked at the roads, and we'll be getting some rock and stuff on a lot of those roads here this summer. Looked at some different things, looked at some bridges, different things like that that we're looking at doing here in the future. So we were able to do that. And then just a little public service announcement. After being on the ambulance for 19 years and retired, really like to see if we could get some people to step up and come on out and just help support. If you have any kind of community service interest, we'd really appreciate it. Yep, it does take some time, but I know the ambulance really could use some help right now. We've got some wonderful people that have been doing it for quite a few years, and it's very gratifying work, but it is tiring work. And our numbers are down right now, so we really appreciate it. If you give Lynn a call at the ambulance garage or talk to any other ambulance member, they'd be more than happy to talk to you about it. But we could really use some help and some community members to step up. Thank you very much.
In City of Rushford Village news, Mayor Dennis Overland and council members Mike Ebner, Bob Hart, Roger Knudsen, and Rick Ruberg met in early April. They meet the first and third Tuesdays at 7 p.m. every month. At this first meeting, a rock bid from Brewing Rock Products of Decorah, Iowa was approved. The bid included road rock and ice rock. The April 20th meeting was canceled due to lack of agenda items. The May 4th council meeting included a road tour by bus at 5 p.m., followed by the meeting at Rushford Village Hall at 7 p.m. The Spring Road Tour is an annual event for the council and provides the opportunity for these elected officials to see firsthand the condition of the city's roadways and public spaces. At this May 4th meeting, the council also approved 11 new permits for home improvements. The next City of Rushford Village Council meeting is May 18th at Rushford Village City Hall.
Thank you, Dennis and Jen. And now for RP School News. RP middle schoolers recently participated in the annual science fair. Here to tell us more about that are RP middle school science teachers Lisa Boyum and Jeremy Tesch.
Hi, I'm Lisa Boyum, and I'm the 6th grade teacher.
I'm Jeremy Tesch, middle school science teacher.
And we recently had our science fair on May 7th, so not too long ago. And this year was pretty fun. We had a lot of different projects, about over 70 different projects, because we had 6th and 7th grade this year due to it being canceled last year. So Jeremy and I got to do it together this year, which was kind of fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the main points of the science fair is to get the kids some experience working with experimental design, and they get this hands-on opportunity doing something that they really enjoy. So the emphasis is really on them coming up with a problem, a hypothesis, really getting an exact, precise procedure written up for their experiment, and then collecting results and coming up with a conclusion based on those results.
And this year we had our AP chemistry students from the high school judge. And our first place winner was one of my 6th graders, Carson Johnson. And he ended up doing a lava lamp, which was pretty neat. He even tested it out in class for us before the fair. But in his experiment, he used vegetable oil and water and with some food coloring. And then he tried out 3 different things that he thought might help that lava lamp start to erupt a little bit. So he used baking soda, Alka-Seltzer, and vinegar. And his conclusion was that Alka-Seltzer actually worked the best. And then our second place was Hunter Rizlov, which was one of our 7th graders. And he did the strongest bridge design. And then third place was 2 of my 6th graders. And they were Kenley Snyder and Sadie Stevers. And they did a crystal geode eggs.
Like I said, one of the best parts about this is the kids truly got to pick a topic that interested them. And as I kind of walked around the science fair, it really came down to really 3 general ideas that it seemed like most of the kids were using. And I kind of put them into 3 groups. The first one was kind of knowledge-based problems. And some examples of that was the bridge construction, what building material was going to be the most efficient. One kid did the best brand of soap for removing germs. And one of my favorite ones was the areas around the school that had the most bacteria. Unfortunately, my room had a winner and a loser in that particular experiment. Another one that came up quite a bit was things that I considered kind of helpful for consumers. So we had a group do the strongest paper towels, maybe the brand of popcorn that had the fewest unpopped kernels, the best whitening toothpaste, as well as just drinks that stain teeth the most. So definitely some interesting things as far as consumers go. And then since it's junior high, we had just some that were just fun. And some that I picked out from that was how does color affect the flavor perception? Lots of people did some type of growing some kind of gummy bear or beads, that kind of thing, and different types of liquids, which liquid was going to be the best. And then one of my favorites that I thought was really particularly kind of clever is a group did what type of music could potentially help plants grow the most. And then I had my own personal 4th group. I guess I'm going to call it my fan favorite, or at least Tesch favorite. No surprise here. One person tested fishing line strength and tried to figure out what poundage broke at a higher percentage above what the poundage on the package said. And then another group did what type of baseball bat will hit the ball the furthest. And those 2 obviously caught my attention for sure.
Yeah, so I think overall it was a really fun fair, and hopefully next year, if you guys are around, you can come visit again.
Absolutely.
RP School News. May 15th is prom. The Grand March will be held at the football field at 8 p.m. with the dance following at the school from 9 to 11 p.m. The next school board meeting is Monday, May 17th at 5:30 p.m. in the school's forum room. There is no school on May 19th. May 23rd is Senior Awards Night at 6:30 p.m. and May 30th is commencement at 1:30 p.m. Both events will be live streamed on the school YouTube's channel. Congratulations to the RPFFA on a successful virtual state FFA competition. The poultry team placed 6th out of 44 teams with team members Paige Daly, Julia Maynard, Aubrey Ingvelson, Siona Johnson, and Abby Fensky. The horse team placed 6th out of 55 teams with team members Allie Kingsley, Megan York, Dana DeGeorge, Emma Hayden, and Hannah Hyam. The livestock evaluation team placed 7th out of 61 teams with team members Hale Stensgaard, Jens Lind, Tristan Hegland, Reagan Hochstil, and Kale Hayden. RP Sports Update. Since our last episode, the RP softball team lost to Plainview, Elgin Millville, Cotter, and Lewiston Altura. The girls are now 1-11 on the season. Upcoming home games are May 14th against the Crescent Hoka, May 17th against Cotter, and May 20th against Caledonia. Baseball. The RP baseball team is 3-10 on the season. Recent game results include losses against Cotter, Lewiston Altura, and Hayfield, and a win against Waterville, Elasian, Morristown. Upcoming home games are May 13th against Caledonia, May 18th against Lanesboro Fillmore Central, and May 25th against Mabel Canton. Golf. In the last 2 weeks, the Lewiston Altura Rushford Peterson girls golf team lost to Caledonia and Fillmore Central and took 3rd out of 7 teams in Wabasha Kellogg's tournament. The boys team won against Caledonia and Fillmore Central and took 2nd out of 9 teams at the Wabasha Kellogg tournament. Come cheer on the Lewiston Altura Rushford Peterson golfers at their May 17th meet at Ferndale against St. Charles. Track and field. The Rushford Peterson Houston track and field team was at home for a meet on April 30th. The boys took 3rd and the girls took 2nd at this 3-team meet with Lanesboro, Fillmore Central, Mabel Canton, and Caledonia. On May 4th, the boys and girls team each placed 2nd out of 4 teams, competing against Wabasha Kellogg, Lyle Pacelli, and GMLOKS. In Elgin on May 7th, the boys and girls teams again placed 2nd out of 4 teams. Plainview Elgin Millville, Dover Yoda, and the Rochester area Christian Educators. The next home varsity meet will be on the subsection tournament held on Thursday, June 3rd. Come to cheer on or contact the school to volunteer at the event. Thank you for tuning in to the RP Valley Voice. Signing off, I'm Annika Bacham-Eckert.